Rosanna's asked me to speak to you on how emotional literacy affects your money mistress. So I'll start with defining emotional literacy, look at how that relates to financial fitness, and then look at some points as to how you can raise your emotional literacy and therefore have higher financial fitness. So if we see that financial literacy is being able to make sound financial decisions based on financial intelligence, it makes sense that emotional literacy is the ability to make sound emotional decisions based on high emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
So all of you as coaches know, emotional intelligence is the ability to manage the emotions of both yourself and others. So how does that relate to financial fitness? Well, if you can manage your emotions, you know why you're feeling a certain way, and you know how you can feel better using non-financial means, then you won't succumb to retail therapy.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't like that answer, did you? Who here has perhaps delved into some retail therapy, yes, and had financial implications down the track? Yes, we all have, and myself included. So that's the first point, is if you can manage your emotions, you won't be using retail therapy to feel good. And research has actually shown that you get the same endorphin rush from being in love or lust, the beginning of a relationship, eating dark chocolate, and spending money. So you do, yes, same endorphin rush. So as one woman said to me once, she said, so if I'm not in a relationship and I have no money, then all I've got is chocolate. I said, yeah, sorry, that's what you've got to say. But I would go one step further and say actually exercise as well, because you get that same endorphin rush. You have everything you need in your body to feel good. Serotonin, dopamine, phenylethylamine, all these chemicals are in your body. It's nothing required from outside to feel good. It's all inside you. So there's the retail therapy. And I actually say that less stuff means less stress. I don't know if you've heard the saying, if all your life you buy lots of stuff, at the end of it you have stuff all. So what that means is be careful of what you're spending on. It's okay to go and spend money on assets. If your retail therapy involves you buying another investment property, well, that's fine. You know, that's actually not a bad purchase. But if it's stuff, then at the end of your life you have stuff all. So less stuff actually means less stress, because first up, you don't have to find it if you lose it. You don't have to worry about cleaning it. And when I say it, I'm talking about whatever this stuff is in your house. Think of all the stuff that's cluttering them at the moment. See, so you don't have to find it, you don't have to clean it, you don't have to fix it. And there's actually more space in your home for the energy to flow, for people and loved ones to be there, and therefore for the love to flow. I have spoken to a couple of people that lost their homes in the 2003 bushfires. And a coaching friend of mine actually said there were two groups of people. There were those that were absolutely devastated, their lives terrible, because they'd lost everything they owned, everything that was outside of themselves. She said then there was another group of people who went, okay, it's a bit of a setback, but we have everything that's important with us when our loved ones are alive. So there were those two groups of people, and one of the ladies I spoke with actually said the thing they missed the most, sure there were photos and some sentimental objects, but you can kind of get those back through family connections. She said the thing they missed the most was their old daggy favourite clothes, because they didn't have them anymore. They had all new clothes, and you might think that's fantastic, but they wanted to come home and get into the old favourite tracksuit top and pants. So just thinking that everything really that's important to you is in here and up. The other thing, which you are all very familiar with as coaches, is knowing your values. Obviously, if you're living in alignment with your values, then you are feeling fantastic. We've actually coined the phrase and trademarked it, mental orgasm, where you are bursting with that excitement. You're going to split at the seams, the knees, the elbows, the fingers, the toes, you know, the seams. You're going to split because life is so fantastic. And people say to me, what are you on? And I say, you know what, I'm not on anything, I'm on life, because I know what's important to me and I live daily from that position. And that's where you coach. where do you want to be, and then make decisions from that point of being emotionally literate. If you want to be the type of person where nothing happens, this card that I have up in front of me in my office and I carry with me, and when things come up I say, well, how would she react? So again, that's emotional literacy. All right, and obviously if you're feeling fantastic you don't need to spend and have that retail therapy. So a couple of points on how you can improve your financial and emotional literacy.